Over the last couple of years, Talent Beyond Boundaries has become a central part of this discussion on the global stage. We're a founding member of the Global Task Force on Refugee Labor Mobility. We are active participants in Europe at the European Commission, in discussions in the Americas on developing pathways to reduce migration pressures on borders. We're present at the Global Refugee Forum, developing multiple events there. We've been in briefings with the most senior executives of major global corporations, with ministers, with EU commissioners. And we've been involved in discussions at the World Economic Forum in Davos, bringing together very senior business leaders, leaders of major foundations, and of UN organizations to talk about how we can bring the private sector more fully on board as forceful advocates, not simply employers, but as forceful advocates for systems change and integrating refugees into their own human resource and employment programming. We've certainly seen a lot of success in making the concept of providing durable solutions for refugees and other displaced people through their employment skills a reality. That has now become a central part of the international discussion on helping refugees and meeting the goals of the Global Compact on Refugees. At the most recent Global Refugee Forum in Geneva in December of 2023, refugee labor mobility was one of the central themes and had several well-attended events with very active pledging by a large number of actors. So our successes are in the fact that we now have over a dozen countries either who have programs in place or who are building them. In the fact that the most senior levels of international organizations, UN organizations, the European Commission, a number of major employers and employer associations are also dedicating themselves to making this work. The challenge to date is the mechanism to match needs to skills at scale and to overcome the initial hesitation, natural as it is, of employers to engage refugees across borders, to work with states in Europe and other parts of the world to convince the governments that there's a net benefit for them and for their societies in providing administrative relief, to making sensible changes to provide an equitable playing field for refugees. And the last big obstacle is linking up upskilling and training dollars available to refugees and displaced populations to match more immediately to the needs of employers so that we can build employment pathways that are fueled by training programs, and where training programs for refugees are not done in the abstract, but they're done in the context of actual pathways to employment and safe homes.